Hey guys, welcome to my round 14 recap of the NRL. I did extremely well here. Let's get into it. So the first game of the round saw the Canberra Raiders up against the Sharks. Now the Sharks had a really good record here in Canberra till this game. It was a gritty one. The loss of Bronson Xerri for the Sharks was absolutely massive, but the fact that the Raiders led at halftime, I think it was 20-6. It was a big lead. It might have even been 20-0, but I think it was 20-6. With a late try to Josh Dugan. Yeah, wow, the Raiders came out firing up here. They were so good. The Sharks, though, they really shocked me. They scored a lot of points in the second half. They just couldn't edge the win. 22-20. There was a penalty goal kicked by Jared Croker, which was quite close to the end of the match. But, geez, the Sharks put in a fight here, and I was worried about them winning. But as I said, this Canberra side, they're such a dark horse. They're so good at the moment, and they do remain in the top 5 after this week. The next game of the round was an absolute nail-biter. The Titans up against the New Zealand Warriors. The Titans here, they fired up. The Warriors had a good lead. I might be wrong, but I think it was either 10 or 14 nil. So trying 11. Yeah, about 12-0. Riley Jacks was fairly good in this game. Obviously replacing Ash Taylor. He's got a big role to follow. AJ Brimson, the fullback for Titans, he's so good to watch. I took Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the first try scorer. He did score in this match, but he wasn't first. And geez, the Titans came close here, 24-20. This game was a nail biter till the end, but the Warriors held on and they continued a nice away record. Now, this was the only game I got wrong this week. I don't like to be controversial, but I'm going to put my fucking foot down here. This is a game that the Cowboys could have won and they should have won. The Tigers came out absolutely firing here with a big lead at halftime. 20-6, I think it was. Let's have a look. I think it was 20-6. I might be wrong. At full time, the Tigers won this game 27-26. Now, in my opinion, that moment with Cheekham was not a penalty try. It was very close to being a penalty try. I do think it's a penalty, though, and that does give the Tigers the advantage to lead this match. It's such a controversial call, this one, because, one, I would have got an 8 out of 8 last week, and two, the referee boss has admitted that he got this call wrong. He's called the CEO of the Cowboys personally to apologise. Michael Cheekham getting a double, outstanding for the Tigers. Michael Morgan had a really good game, as well as Kyle Felt getting a double. John Asiata, I've said lately, he was a little bit quiet in this match, but Cowboys should have won at home, but the Tigers took away a win here in Golden Point, which was a quite exciting ending. We started off Saturday with the Storm up against the Knights. I took the Storm here. I took them by, I think it was 8 points last week. However, they won by 30. They continued this fantastic record against the Knights. Obviously, the Knights were without Ponga. No, Ponga was back, sorry. Knights were without Clemmer. Heimel Hunt scored a try for them. Other than that, they weren't too fancy. Mitchell Pearce was a bit off. Now, it's a weird call to say. Mitchell Pearce hasn't wanted to play Origin all year, and I think he purposely didn't play. He played a good game, but out of his skin, I guess you could say, as he didn't want that Origin jersey. Cam Smith was really good in this game. Jerome Hughes, just these Melbourne Storm players are so good at the moment. I took Suasi Vunivalu for a try in a late bet. Addo-Carr, 5 out of 6 conversions for Cam Smith. The Storm at home, they were so strong here. The next game, I took the Panthers here in a big upset, and boy, was I close. I took the Panthers by 4, and they won this one by 1. 18-19 in favour of Penrith with a James Maloney field goal. Kickout. I can't speak highly enough of how good and in form. It's just like last year. He's leading the Panthers to wins. Viliami Kickout, one of the best players on the field in this match, surging this Penrith team forward. Cam Murray scored a try off a Cleary mistake. It was a really dodgy mistake where Cleary dropped it in the goalpost. South Sydney did turn up and they fought hard here. I just think that now that they've lost 3 in a row, this side's going to click and you'll see big things for them coming into round 15. Adam Dewey at halfback was okay. I didn't mind it. But obviously they handed the kicking job to Dane Gagai, who got 2 conversions, Cleary 2 out of 3. But the Panthers now have 4 wins in a row, and South Sydney, I think they're going to be dangerous. I haven't actually had them in my game of the round for a while, but the Blue and Gold were an amazing team this week. The Parramatta Eels up against the Brisbane Broncos. Junior Paulo was first try scorer. He surged forward. Sevo is now the top try scorer in the competition. Sevo was absolutely outstanding. That tackle on Jamat Shabowski was absolutely phenomenal. I thought he was going to score. I did have a couple bucks on GMAT to score at any time and in a multi. I can't believe David Gower scored. He was fantastic. I can't speak highly enough of him. Mitchell Moses, a few of his goals were so off. He got 5 out of 7, but a big win here. And Henry Paranara, his reffing was okay, but there are a few horrible calls that go against us. You can tell why we lose games against him, but we proved the Broncos wrong and we took away the win 38-10. Reid Marnie was fantastic and he also has the most tackles in the comp. I found out today this Eels side is looking good. We just need to find some consistency. Moving on to Sunday footy, I really enjoyed this one. It was very close to being my game of the round. Manly at home to the Dragons. Now, I took Manly by 6 here. They took a big win here, 34 points to 14. I don't think the Dragons... No, they did score in the second half, sorry, with Ewan Aitken very close to the end. Ben Hunt scored the first try in this match with the Dragons leading 8-0. Not at half time, I don't think. It was 8... Was it 8-6? I might be wrong. Or 10-8. I forget. But Manly was so good here. I can't speak highly enough of Tom Trbojevic. Now, I thought he was really off last week, and that was due to injury. And he worked with the Manly home side here so well. They gelled this week. They're so good. Cade Cuss crossed the line again. That's 3 games that he scored. They're 5-8. And he is looking good. Cherry Evans was a bit off, but he's still adjusting from Origin and being injured. Manly were fantastic here. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough of how good they were. As for the Dragons, there's a bit to take out, but they do need to improve on their kicking game. But with players like Hunt and Norman in your side, you are going to win some games. And the final game of the round saw the Roosters take on the Bulldogs. I expected the Bulldogs to turn up here, not to win, but put some points in. And God, they were dreadful once again. I have to give props, though, to hooker Jeremy Marshall-King. I thought he was absolutely fantastic in this match for the side. Kieran Foran went off in the first half with an injury, but he came back on. Thought he had a really good game leading this side as well, but he just can't lead them to a win. Latrell Mitchell got a double. He proved everyone wrong. He found some form in this match. Joey Manu got a double. Manu had a really good game. I think he scored 160 on Supercoach as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. Tupanua has scored quite a few tries this year. I think that was his 3rd for a 4. That's really good. Nick Meaney and Reece Martin shared the goal-kicking duties for the Bulldogs, but the Roosters were too good here. And this win moved them up to 3rd place from 5th. I think they were dropped down to 5th after 3 losses in a row. And the Roosters are back this week. Anyway, guys, that's my round recap. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought of this round. And definitely check out my Eels and Broncos highlights vlog if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my State of Origin video.